drag with Remedy. Ballyhoo and welcome. This passion project is playing the hits today. My name is Remedy Robinson. I'm a linguist, author, and a proud UMass Boston alum. And this is an appreciation. This is an exploration of linguistics, language, and the art of titillation as framed by the peerless poetry of the modern-day master, Elvis Costello. Today's slow drag is with Clubland from Trust, released in 1981. The songwriting is credited to Elvis Costello. It's a sexy, noir, smoke-filled room of gatherings, admonishments, and wordplay that borders on the comically pornographic. As a friend who knew the song much better than I did once said, it's a bit dirtier than it seems. With a handful of backhanders and a bevy of beauty, going off limits, going off duty, going off the rails, going off with booty. The telltales of fiction found on all the criminal types lead to a higher ranking man or a face with thin red stripes. Bribes and ill-gotten gains, doused with dancing girls, set the stage for these nights of debauchery. Backhanders, bevy of beauty, booty. This verse isn't content with landing the triple axle of fantastic rhymes and the wonderful dual meaning of booty as both plundered treasure and feminine wiles. It goes on to run sharp fingernails deep into the skin until blood begins to trickle out. It was this last allusion, the one about thin red stripes, that made my friend proclaim the song's erotic intentions. Get it, he said, thin red stripes. A little pain mixes well with a splash of gin. That friend was brilliant. That friend is gone now, and I really miss that friend. The boys next door, the mums and dads, new weds and nearly deads. Have you ever been had in Clubland? This mismatch of people coming together sends the mind in as many directions as intended. The emphatic question of have you ever been had boasts another double entendre that is obvious yet difficult to fully quantify, as an affirmative answer provides no insight into just exactly how, when, or why you've been had. There are too many variables to accurately consider in this booze-filled den. Not to mention, it's quite a rude question, as it's no one's business but your own. There's something so grown up and so childish all at the same time about this impudent question. I love it. It all seems so upbeat that it tends to mitigate just how duplicitous its intentions are. There's a piece in someone's pocket to do the dirty work. You've come to shoot the pony. They've come to do the jerk. They leave him halfway to paradise. They leave you halfway to bliss. The lady's invitation never seemed like this. The imagination is invited to expand or contract as long or as tight as it wants in this sexy little verse. Honestly, it's enough to make a grown woman giggle. First, paradise, bliss, and this. They give off such a beautiful, rollicking sound as all the other innuendos fly by. The piece in someone's pocket. Well, come on, don't make me giggle. Mr. Google tells me that shoot the pony has something to do with being so depressed that you'd rather shoot your pony than to let it see you that way. I'm not sure about that. And while it's unsubstantiated, I always thought it was a reference to heroin, or maybe it's dice related. The only thing for sure is that it's meant to have as many meanings as possible. The jerk is a leg kicking dance that looks fun and infectious. The jerk can also be a bad man you've either come in with or have left with. So the piece, the pony, the jerk, all of their meanings are affected by how it's halfway to paradise, halfway to bliss. The dense imagery and the deft sleight of hand found in this one verse keeps this piece timely as well as timeless. No one can write the way Mr. Costello can. No one. The long arm of the law slides up the outskirts of town. Meanwhile, in Clubland, they are ready to pull them down. Clearly, there's a cheeky panty reference in this bridge if you want there to be one. This is another example my friend pointed to in his argument that this piece is much more risque than it appears. The right to work is traded in for the right to refuse a mission. Don't pass out now. There's no refund. Did you find out what you were missing? The crowd is taking 40 winks, minus 10%. You barely get required sleep to go lingering with contentment. Thursday to Saturday, money's gone already. Some things come in common these days. Your hands and work aren't steady. Moving away from the theme of sex and delving deeper into the backhanders and other undesirable clientele, this last verse takes us through the downfall with ease and expertise that feels like a reliable retelling of something that's been witnessed a few times. The right to refuse admission is a bit of an acorn, as it could also be the right to refuse a mission, both of which fit nicely with the theme. Again, we're not playing in the shallow end when it comes to Elvis Costello lyrics. And then there's the word contemptment. Thinking this might be a misspelling of contentment, it seems that contemptment just might be a word after all, but with roughly the same meaning as contentment. Either way, some things come in common these days, says the man. What a great way to punctuate this sexy, seedy, giddy scene, then to report its own consequences of indulging in this easy come, easy go lifestyle. Your hands and work aren't steady. The master is at work in this piece. The boys next door, the mums and dads, new weds and nearly deads. Have you ever been had in Clubland?
Dig it.
Again, this has been a slow drag with Clubland from 1981's Trust. It's a gritty, unflinching, tightly wound assessment of the many things that go on in dark corners of seedy bars and the seedier hearts of many of its patrons. Although Clubland is arguably one of the more familiar Elvis Costello songs, I believe that taking a slow drag with these dirty little lines still yields much joy and appreciation. Every time I hear this, and most of his songs really, there's something new and or long forgotten that's brought back to me. And that's it for today's slow drag, my friend. I'm so glad you were here with me. It was fun stifling my giggles throughout. I encourage you to re-listen to episode 20 of Slow Drag with Remedy. Now it's much too dangerous. It's a slow drag with Living in Paradise, another gem from this year's model. We follow back, so why don't you follow us on Twitter at Slow Drag Remedy? Say hello, we take requests. Also, remember there's a companion blog where you can find transcripts and references included in each episode. Everyone has a podcast, it's true, and I'm proud to say that this one's mine. Please rate us and give us a favorable review. Thank you for listening and for getting the word out about this little passion project. It means the world. So, until next time, adieu, my little ballyhoo. Slow drag with remedy.